what are we going to talk about? Let's talk about, I'm thinking about, let's talk about Camryn Bynum, who, if you don't know who Camryn Bynum is, there's uncertain future for our safety when it comes to the Vikings. But what I want to say is I want to keep Bynum in the purple and gold. I don't know what's going to happen with Harrison Smith, but this is what Cam Bynum said regarding what is his future look like if it's in Minnesota. And this is what he said. And this is Talk That Talk.
Talk that talk.
Talk That Talk Fridays with your boy. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. If you're a diehard Minnesota Viking fan, you already know the vibes. Even if you ain't a Viking fan and you liking the vibes, hit the subscribe button. It's definitely going down. So this is what he said. He said, I'm not sure what it's looking like. This is Cam Bynum talking. But I'm praying I'm back here. He said, I'm praying I'm back here. Bynum told Fox 9, I've loved everything about my 4 years here, being a Viking. There's nothing better. Talk that talk.
Talk that talk.
Talk that talk, Cam Bynum. He said, I am praying it will work out. And I know God will put me exactly where I need to be.
Talk that talk.
And I agree. And I agree with everything he said. But for him to say there's nothing better than being a Minnesota Viking, there's nothing better to put on that purple and gold, I got to give him a skull, champ. I got to give him a skull chant. Because at the end of the day, I agree with him. I agree on everything he has said. When it comes to the Minnesota Vikings, there's nothing better. There's nothing greater than being a Minnesota Viking. There's nothing greater than being a Minnesota Viking fan. I know. We haven't won a Super Bowl. I know. But we're about to get our first Super Bowl in 2025. Can I talk that talk?
Talk that talk.
So, heavy, said 42 million star breaks silence on certain features. So this is what also they're saying. They're saying approaching free agency for the first time in his career. Minnesota Vikings safety Cam does not know where their future holds. All right, I'm not going to read that. But look, PFF projected Bynum to garner a 3-year, $42.8 million contract as a top 3 safety in free agency. How do you feel about that, Minnesota Viking fans? Do you feel like we should give Cam Bynum that type of paper? I don't know. I honestly don't know. So I would love to get your opinion in the comments below. But I think Cam Bynum is a definitely a very good safety. Talking about what he did for the Minnesota Vikings. And hopefully he stays with the Minnesota Vikings. The former 2021 4th-round pick had a breakout season as part of the Vikings defense that finished 5th in points allowed. He played the 3rd most snaps on defense, totaling 96 combined tackles, a career-high 3 interceptions, and 2 fumble recoveries. That's awesome. He's a very good safety, man. I hope we can keep him in the purple and gold, but it depends on the money. We got a lot of money, but it depends on how it's going to work out. How we going to work this money situation out? We got a lot of holes. And I'm not going to talk about it right now, but we got a lot of holes. But the one thing we don't want to have a hole in is when it comes to the safety position. We want to make sure we get our safeties important. Safeties are one of the most important positions on defense as well. Another slept-on position. I have a lot of respect for safeties. One of my favorite safeties of all time is Harrison Smith. And not sure if he's going to retire, but if he's going to retire or possibly go to another team, I don't think you could lose Bynum. I think he's a must, right? But y'all leave in the comments below and let me know how y'all feel about everything I just said about Camryn Bynum. I like him. Keep him in the purple and the gold. Now let's talk about